I get a lead that I can maintain for the entire game, and all I have to do is... What's up, everybody? I played this game earlier today. I did a really interesting jungle path that I'd like to show you guys. So at the beginning of the game, start by standing right here. This is part of a very important league map concept called 5 pointing. Top laner stands here, jungle here, mid here, ADC, support. ADC and support are interchangeable, it doesn't really matter. So in this path, what you want to do, start out right here. At 120, you walk from here to here. You walk to here at 125, and you go around here to invade the raptors. The number one thing you're trying to avoid when you're doing a path like this is being seen. So by doing this, you're only starting to walk up as you get really close to the objective spawn, which is generally a point in the game where the mid laner isn't in this bush, the top laner is not in this bush, the jungler is usually at their camp. That's why you want to go in at these specific times. You can reach any rank you want. All you need is information. I can teach you the concepts and mindset that I learned while climbing to masters so you can do the same. Whether you love the game or just want to impress your friends, anything is possible with the information I've collected for you in my jungle guide. If you're ready to take control of your rank today, check out the link in the description. In this particular game, Graves does have this warded. He knows that I took those. Once we're in this situation, we have a couple of options. I've now taken raptors and I've run to my grump. Now, one specific thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to skip blue. Blue buff is not one of my main camps. I don't need it for mana. I mean, I would still skip it even if I had mana. But the reason I ignore blue buff here is I want to get my camp sequenced faster and especially get to my other side of the camps faster. So I skip the blue and I go to grump and then I go to wolves. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking in my head that Graves knows that I've done this. Graves has two options. He can either run to raptors or he can run to red. And in this case, because he does have this ward, he decided to run to the red. As I'm clearing these camps, I don't know exactly what Graves is doing, but I'm considering that he's likely doing something down here. So as I'm clearing, I'm just expecting to run into him pretty much. Take the gromp, and now I finish wolves, and then I walk in, meet Graves on my chickens, get super lucky. I don't remember what I smited, but for some reason I don't have smite here. I think my smite's like up very soon, actually. Yeah, it's up in 2 seconds. Okay. But I find Graves here, and because I did both grump and wolves in addition to his raptors, I'm already level 3. So even though I'm lower HP, it doesn't matter. I still kill him here because I'm up a level. But if I hadn't cleared both of those camps, I would not have been able to kill him here. I fucked up. This was really awkward at the end because I fucked up my Q. I flashed, like right here. I have this like downward Q up. I E, he E's away. And what I want to do is flash and then Q, but I tried to Q flash. So I just did my damage part back here instead of up here. So I auto him, which made that very awkward. I know Graves is dead. There's nothing else for me to do. So I run down here and take my Krugs. And I also know that these two camps are up from Graves because he started blue and then he did my red and then he started chickens. And I can be certain of that because he is 12 CS. So then I look bot lane. This is pretty dangerous because I'm low. And if we look at the map, we can see that Graves is here. So there's a world where Graves does this and then actually meets me here. If Graves was higher elo, he might have done this. And this would have like obviously been disastrous for me because I'm so low. But I take the crab. There's nothing else for me to do. I assume that Graves has run topside and taken this crab. So I just take my recall. Nothing for me to do bot, nothing for me to do mid. I just default to clearing my camps. Graves has now cleared the crab and then he walks into my jungle. And this is pretty troll of him because as you can see, both of my laners have prio, so they're on inside track. Or no, they don't have prio, but they are here first because of inside track. Well, I guess top has prio, mid doesn't have prio, but my laners are here first. But I played this badly and died when I definitely should not have died. So right here, this is where I mess up. This is the first mistake and this is the biggest mistake of the fight, or the most costly mistake of the fight. I use my E here, and because the blue buff is lower HP by percentage, it targets the blue buff because it targets the lowest percentage thing. I thought it would prioritize the champion, but it just doesn't, which is really frustrating. I used my main damage on the blue buff and it's like 60% of my hit in terms of damage. So like, even though I get the blue, I'm now low. I shouldn't have queued back in to go for the blue. I should have just tried to auto plus smite it to like combo it instead of Q smiting it, because I want to kite Graves up this way so that my guys can, or my solo laners can get here faster and Graves just gets one shot by them. But instead I run down because I am not thinking about their solo laners and I run directly into the Vlad. Super dumb of me. I definitely should have just run this way. Super troll. Graves lives a bit longer, but this fight ends up eventually being a 2 for 2 because of this dumbass shit happens. But my bot lane's running it down. Plot twist, shocker. This game, my bot lane absolutely ints their asses off and we lose the game. But it doesn't really make a difference for the video because this Graves got destroyed by this path. So at this point, what I should probably have done is sequence bot because when you're pathing, you always want to go from where you don't want to be to where you want to be. And because my bot lane is inting their asses off, I don't want to be bot side because there's nothing to do there. I can't contest dragon, I can't gank bot. So what I should have done is go from base to rugs and then eat my camps in this direction so that it puts me on the top side of the map so that I can do something in here. But instead what I'm doing is the exact opposite, which is putting me on the side of the map that I don't want to be on, because this is the dangerous side of the map that we're losing. We don't want to play to the side of the map that we're losing. I've now finished my full clear. I know they're on grubs, so I look something bot, but they have all the Jin traps, so there's nothing I can really do. In this situation, I should have stopped what I was doing, although I guess it's fine because I went for the grab. This fight was really dumb. So the mistake that I made down here was that I stayed in this bush for way too long when I should have just finished my recall. I should have either recalled or like gone and done something, but instead of either recalling or like, I basically just stayed in this bush way too long. I should have just committed to walking in. It's bad to just stand in one place doing nothing for a long time, especially when the lane like clearly realizes that you're here and is respecting you. But eventually I'll walk up to the crab and make another mistake. Pretty much, actually, it's the exact same mistake that I made over here in the last fight, because I got collapsed on by their lane without realizing it over here, and then right here I'm getting collapsed on again as well. And it's just because I'm not like watching for their bot lane rotating up. I'm thinking about jungle and mid, but I'm not thinking about bot, and that puts me in a 2v4 and then we die. But despite the fact that I'm like kind of inting my ass off because of what we're doing to the graves, he's still down 3 camps. And not only is he down 3 camps, but his camps are like kind of his camps are separated and very awkward. These 2 camps are both down, but these 2 camps are up, and my camps are now respawning like that. So like I'm up CS and I'm about to get up a lot more CS from full clearing. Although I think I see Graves show up bot side. Oh, no, I remember now. Hold on, let me switch to Portal War. I should have done this earlier. I see that my Garen is pushed up really far, so I want to make a play with him because I'm stronger than Graves and he's stronger than Mordekaiser. So I walk into the Graves side of the jungle to look for his camps. And I do take the Grump, and this does split up my camp timers, but because I can get value in here, it's worth it. And it's nice to take the Grump because like that Grump gave me 6, I think. But then we push in, we meet the Graves on Raptors, and I'm just playing with my Garen, take the Raptors, and then we start walking our way out. And this is exactly what you want to do in a game where one side of the map is losing. Like my bot lane is getting absolutely destroyed. This side is like way stronger. So what I do is I just completely ignore this side of the map and I only play to this side. I only play in this half of the map. And because my top laner is stronger than their top laner, I can go for plays like this. So like this is what you want to do in games where one side of the map is getting absolutely destroyed. In this game, it doesn't work out because my bot lane is inting too hard, and I don't play perfectly. I obviously make a lot of mistakes. I've died twice in preventable ways already, but my bot lane's inting their ass off, so like jungle gapping doesn't really matter here. But in a game where my bot lane is not inting their ass off, or a game where you guys don't have an inting bot lane, this path will be very useful. I get Mordekaiser ulted, I dodge all his Qs, kill him, and I just play safe while Gragas kills Graves, and now we have a huge lead on the top side of the map, except for Vlad. Vlad's still alive and scary. But I know that his red spawned, so after the fight, I make sure to walk back into his jungle and take the red before recalling. And this time, it's actually fine for me to run top side because I want to be pathing to Drake. Grubs were spawning, so I ran top side. I took my blue, and I was waiting for Graves to start these, but Graves ran top, so I sprint top lane, counter gank, kill the Graves, and then my top laner recalls, and I take Grubs. A bunch of wacky shit happens in mid. Nami is snowballing. I maybe should have helped him here, but I did just take the Grubs, and that's good. I run mid, protect the tower, make sure Vlad can't like take 2 plates, and then I see the top is super pushed up, so I go kill top again, and then I go back in, take my camps. Because like I have nothing to do. Dragon just got taken. Like they just took Dragon, so I want to go back into my jungle and sequence my camp. Graves is on my Raptors. I walk in, hoping to find them here, but they're obviously going to kill me if I try to do anything because they're super fed, so I just leave. I run top and I take his top side. This is playing the map on this line rather than this line. In a normal game, you play on this line because you have your side and then you have the enemy side, but because my bot side is losing so hard, this entire side of the map is just unusable, so I must play to this side. Top dies, but I just take the Krugs because free Krugs, and then I push top lane, and then Garen calls to make a play to fight the Mordekaiser. I should not have listened. This is a bad play, but I didn't resist, and then this happens. The reason that this is a bad play is because, one, we don't have the damage to kill Mordekaiser. Even if the rest of them didn't show up, we still would not have succeeded in killing the Mordekaiser. However, they're all missing. They all could potentially be roaming on us, and obviously they did all roam on us, so we are just just killing ourselves. Once again, going topside, looking for a play on the side of the map that's winning, but at this point the game is pretty doomed. Vlad is super fed. Like all I can really do at this point is take my bot side camps when I'm able to, and then take my topside camps, which are a bit safer. But like, we get a nice pick on Nami, then my Garen killed himself. And at this point in the game, it's pretty much just unplayable. And there's nothing to really talk about for jungle pathing anymore. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Make sure to subscribe.